So I'm gonna run through some exercises and how to use the machines for beginners, right? Because I know a lot of people are so confused as to how to use certain equipment. So let's get it started right now. So the first exercise or machine that we have here is the seated shoulder press. So if you look at your right hand side, you're gonna see the instructions, you're gonna see the target muscles in red that this exercise is gonna really target. So all you're gonna do is adjust the seat. You know, want to use weights and reps that are on your level, and yeah, you adjust the seats. You make sure that your back is not arching on the backrest, and you're gonna press up. So there are different grips that you could use, but in this video I'm using the regular grip and not the neutral position grip. So this is another common exercise that most people use. It's called the Smith machine. It's for squats. You can do it for bench press, deadlifts, and whatnot. So what I'm doing here is adjusting the safety pins, as I like to call them. These are really good for beginners, especially because you're working out by yourself. You want to set these up so that you won't get hurt in the event that the weight is too heavy and you slip or you fall or something like that. So all you're gonna do is put on the weights that are desired for you, and you're gonna squat. You wanna make sure that your feet are shoulder width apart. You wanna make sure that you're squatting as deep as you can and not trying to overdo it. And yeah, just make sure that you're really focusing on going down into your squat and not using extra energy. This is good for beginners because it accounts for a lot of stability when doing the squat. The next machine we have here is the assisted pull-up machine. Now this is another great exercise, and as I'm doing here, I'm adjusting the weights so I can do the pull-ups with as much resistance as I need. So if I want it to be more resistance, meaning that is like more help or what's not, I would make it heavier. But if I want less resistance, I will make it lighter, making it harder. And all you're doing is just going on the knee pad, and you're just gonna pull yourself up nice and controlled. You don't want to lean back, you don't want to lean forward too much. You want to make sure that your head is passing the top of the machine. And with this exercise particularly, I'm doing the regular pull-up grip. You can do different grips. As you see there are different handlebars that accounts for a lot of different grips. And yeah, when you're coming out of this machine, you want to put one foot over first and the next foot over again and step like this. A lot of people just jump off and it makes a lot of noise when they do that. The next exercise is the seated rows. Now this is a very different, there are different types of seated row machine, and this one is just with the cable. There's some with a attachment like a all-in-one attachment, but they're doing the same thing. So right here I'm trying to keep my back straight. I'm trying to have my knees bent slightly. I don't want it to be straight and I don't want it to be too cramped up. And I'm tucking my chin and I'm having a slight forward lean to target my upper back area. The next exercise would be another common one, which is the leg press. Now the leg press is a great exercise for someone who isn't too familiar or ready to squat in any way on the Smith machine or barbell. So it's more stable, it's more in your control. So you want to choose weights again that is on your level, and you want to just basically push yourself up. Now what I did here is I adjust the level to make it more closer or make it more farther apart. Now everybody's body structure is different, so you want to change it to your body structure, but I recommend having it a little bit cramped. That way you can work, that way your muscles can work even harder to push you up or have more distance to push you up. So very great exercise for beginners to really work on that lower body, your quads, your hamstrings, and what's not. You know, you can also adjust your feet stance on the pad, but that's a different video for a different day. The next exercise would be this machine right here. Now I know a lot of you have this machine in your gyms, and it's called a lat pull down machine. Now this is a kind of complex one. You really have to know how to use it. So what I'm doing is having a slight lean back I'm looking up to the ceiling, making sure that my head is clear from the bar, and I'm pulling to my chest, right, nice and controlled, on the way down and back up. As always, choose weights that you can manage. And you see I have my knee snug in the knee pad right here. You want to make sure it's nice and tight so you don't move, especially when you start to lift heavier. And yeah, that's basically how we use this machine. So that's it for this video, part 1. I'll be uploading part 2 next week, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss that.